Today, I'm going to show you my favorite 3-star war attack for every single Town Hall level in Clash of Clans. Now, of course, we can't play Town Hall 1, so let's start with Town Hall 2. And Town Hall 2 war attacks can actually be very tricky, especially if you're in war because you rebuilt your clan castle during the Hammer Jam or something like that. It's going to be very tricky because you have to deal with these clan castle troops. A lot of times it's going to be an air targeting troop like a baby dragon. So I always recommend trying to pull the baby dragon away from the base and then just kind of surround it with some of your archers here. Just like so, should take this baby dragon out, and then you can actually start working through the base. But these baby dragons, they are a real nuisance. They're going to eat up a lot of your troops. Sometimes what you're going to do, if you're in war, that means you have a clan castle, you can just bring your own baby dragon and take out the defending baby dragon. You see, we get through right there, then just kind of use your giants to support whatever archers remain. But what we're going to do is we're really just going to overwhelm this base with a baby dragon. Once you get the defending clan castle troop down at Town Hall 2, it's not a big deal. Let this baby dragon go towards the archer tower, wherever the archer tower is, and then you'll just clear out the rest of the base without any issues. Again, if you're in war, you should be able to get a baby dragon. And if you can't get a baby dragon, just search for a request and go clan. They'll usually hook you up, no problem. But with these defenses going down, nothing can target this baby dragon. This will be an easy 3-star. At Town Hall 3, it's pretty much more of the same here. You use those giants and archers to get through the base. We're going to use the barbarians since we have a little bit more camp space to pull out that baby dragon or whatever's in the clan castle. If it's a Valkyrie or something like that, even easier to deal with because you bring a baby dragon of your own on defense. Again, if you're in war, you're going to have a clan castle, so you'll be able to deal with it. But we're going to do this exact same thing here. We're going to pull this baby dragon out. We're going to deal with it with a bunch of archers spread out. Just make sure your archers aren't too close so that they're not getting targeted more than one at a time. This will slow that baby dragon up. And honestly, we should have probably went in and pulled the baby dragon to like this side, but it's not the end of the world. We can go ahead and we can throw in our giants. We can use a couple wall breakers, but more importantly, we can use our own baby dragon to work right on through here. Okay, so early on, these baby dragons are going to come in clutch, target those one air targeting defenses to get through there and just really lean on it. Again, if you need a baby dragon, just join a request and go clan. They're all over the place. They're easy to get into. Most of them, anyone can join, and then you'll be able to get through and get your free baby dragon. Always check the corners on these attacks because sometimes you'll see builder huts over there. But again, once that archer tower is down, there's nothing that can slow your baby dragon down. At Town Hall 2 and Town Hall 3, baby dragons are broken in the clan castle. And again, if you're in war, that means you have access to a baby dragon in your clan castle. So these are really, really simple attacks. You'll see, we'll get through here. It'll be a 3-star. Town Hall 4, we get balloons. So we want to lean on these balloons a little bit here. There's not a whole lot. This base, not amazing to go against the balloons as the air defense is on the outside. This is more of a base to stop up against it, but also just kind of see what the enemy base is getting you. If that air defense is in the middle, maybe go with more of a ground and pound style. But when I was playing Town Hall 4 Wars, this is the army I was using just because you can get higher level balloons in the clan castle, and it worked out really good. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull out the clan castle. I do have a witch in here just to make things a little bit more difficult on ourselves. We're going to pull this witch and all the archers up to the top, but it's the same thing. We're just going to pick them off with some of our archers. What you can actually do is you can use a giant to kind of run all the way across the base and deal with it. But dealing with the clan castle troops is one of the most important things here at the lower town halls. So what we'll do is we'll put in one of our giants. We'll kind of surround all this stuff. Again, surround the witch. Just kind of get these guys all taken out. But we want to make sure we can get this air defense out right here one way or another. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of these archers on there. And we finally get through that witch. Ooh, we missed the archer up top here. So let's go ahead and let's see if we can get through this archers. We don't want those archers targeting all of our troops here. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get this archer out. Okay, nice. Working, cooking. Perfect. And then once this air defense is down, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pretty much split our balloons up. We got 3 level 5 balloons in the clan castle. We can pair that with some of our regular balloons, and then we can go ahead and go with the rest of the balloons over on the other archer tower. Try to target the archer towers, and then if the air defense is more centralized on a base, which honestly the clan castle will probably be more centralized, you can target that air defense, no issue. But you see, oh, we get that archer following us. We didn't take it down. But you can see we get through these heavy lifting defenses. Even with that archer, it should get taken out here with some of the splash damage. We'll be fine. Town Hall 4, this is how we're going to 3-star. This is my favorite army I've used. I have warred at all these lower Town Hall levels. It's not a very common thing, but you see here, you got to be ready just in case. There we go. The archer goes down. No threats left on the base. Easy 3-star. At Town Hall 5, I'm going to go with a more Barch approach. We get a lot more barbarians and archers that we can use, so we're going to go a little bit of a split, almost half, but a little bit more archers. Again, we do want to deal with the clan castle early on. We got another witch in here, but one thing you can actually do is you can try to pull the witch so that it's in a spot that you can use your couple lightnings and then kind of try to zap this witch out so you don't have to worry about it so much. So we're going to zap that mortar, but also we're going to get the witch out at the same time. Now we can go ahead and we can pull all the remaining troops over to the side. You see how we do that? In the clan castle, I got some hog riders just to kind of help work our way through the base. Let's go ahead and let's just barch out these clan castle troops. Again, keep an eye on corners. That's always a thing at the lower town halls. You don't want to time fail. And then from there, we're pretty much just going to go right in. I'm going to go from the top side of this base because I feel like that entry might be baited. Obviously, I know whether or not it's baited because it's my base, but if I'm attacking in war, I'm going to assume that that entry is baited. So I'm going to go with a more shallow approach down here on the bottom. And then we're just going to let everything start working right in through here, following in those giants. And look at that. We got bombs already going off. So that entry is indeed baited. Let's go ahead and throw in our one balloon here. And then we can bring in our hog riders just to accompany everything through the middle. But if you spread everything out enough, you should have no problem getting right on through this base. The hog riders will do a great job since they're higher level. They'll come in, they'll help clean up, and then you can just crush the space. The lower town halls aren't too bad, especially if you have access to those clan castle troops. If you're in war, you're going to have access to clan castle troops. Again, request and go clans are amazing for this. After that, just clean up. Another easy 3-star, guys. At Town Hall 6, we get 20 clan castle space, which means we're probably going to face dragons in the clan castle, but we could do fun things like bring an apprentice warden and do an apprentice warden walk. And that's what we're going to do here. We're going to pull out the dragon out of the clan castle. If you have to, use a giant, use a hog rider. Everything should be accessible to pull them out. And then again, same thing we've been doing on these other bases. But what we're going to do here is we're going to use these 4 lightnings to take out a little section of the base right like so, mostly targeting that air defense. That's big. And then we're going to go ahead and surround our dragon just like we've been doing. Use a couple of those wizards and just get this guy out. But now that we've got that little bit of a funnel established, we can use our apprentice warden from the opposite side. I'm going to go ahead and use archers in the corners to take out those builder huts. Once that dragon goes down, great. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run in my my giants right on the like kind of opposite side of where we went in with our apprentice warden. And then we're just going to kind of work in real heavy through here. But the main thing is let your apprentice warden do a lot of the heavy lifting. He's going to carry you through this attack. So that take advantage of that. Let him do his job. Try to save a little bit of cleanup troops here because he is going to take a little bit of time. So try to save some of that cleanup if at all possible. All right, things are looking really good. And if we need to pull him further into the base for whatever reason, we can use those 2 balloons to draw his attention. But once we get that air defense down, things are going to be good. The healers aren't going to be in any danger. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull him in right into the middle of the base using these balloons. So he'll follow the balloons targeting, which is going to be the air sweeper, and that'll bring him all the way across the base. And then we can start cleaning up back here. Okay, so once we get a lot of those major threats out, we could do that. Or you could just zap out one of the air defenses, bring in a bunch of heavy push, and then for the other air defense, and then just use a dragon in your clan castle. You'll be good that way as well. But really, as long as you don't get him to middle of the base, there's not going to be enough threat to ever take your apprentice warden out with 4 healers on him. Time does become an issue on this, so make sure you try to save that cleanup as much as possible, and we're good. You can see the apprentice warden's going to work right on through here. He's going to get that town hall. Giant's going to work through here. Once that wizard tower obviously goes down, everything's going to be good. We got a minute for cleanup, only 16% of the base. We're good. So town hall 6, you could really get fancy, but when I was doing low town hall pushing, apprentice warden walks were definitely the big thing. But this is going to be another 3-star with no threats, plenty of time. Let's move to Town Hall 7. Town Hall 7 is the most basic of them all. All we're going to do is we're going to spam dragons. Be aware of the direction the sweeper's pushing. I haven't warred on this account in a while, so I locked up the base, my war base. But usually you're going to either see the CC in the middle or the Town Hall in the middle trying to force a 1-star. When I was pushing, this was the style base I was using, a really annoying ring donut base. I'm not saying it's the hardest or anything like that, but dragons reign supreme at Town Hall 7. And what we're going to do is we're going to zap out one of the air defenses. We could probably even maybe get that wizard tower just a little bit if I knew how to aim things there. And then we're going to go really kind of just in behind the sweeper through here. You can use your king just to set a little bit of funneling, but from there it's really just going to be mass dragons right up the gut here. Okay, so just really heavy on the dragons and just flow right on through here. Now, we don't have different equipment for our king at Town Hall 7, so you're stuck with the default equipment, but honestly, it's going to be fine. As long as you go behind the sweeper, you're not fighting the sweeper, and you get the funneling, you get the pathing set, your dragon should be fine. Again, some of the bases are going to be annoying for this, but as long as you learn how to do dragons, you should be pretty good. So we could work in through here. That CC was opposite of where we were going in. That's on purpose. That's on design to try to make things a little bit harder. But again, we're just going to work in with our dragon out of our clan castle, which is a higher level dragon. All of our dragons are going to get to the air defense. Dragons are really easy at Town Hall 7, and it's going to reign supreme. And honestly, at Town Hall 8, it's going to be more of the same for me with the dragons. I love dragons at Town Hall 7 and 8. They're just so broken. They're so strong. I mean, you can see how sloppy this attack was, and they're still going to get through with plenty of dragons. At Town Hall 8, we're going to do more of the same. We're going to use the dragons, keep an eye on those sweeper locations, but we should be able to zap out here and kind of work through. So we're going to go in behind the sweeper here, which means we probably want to zap this furthest air defense right here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to rotate here, get that out. I actually brought one too many lightnings, but that's okay because we could just lightning right in here. Again, use your king kind of wherever. You can use your king to tank. We actually have the giant gauntlet and rage, which is an amazing combination for the king. Then we're going to start in our dragons. I'm just checking for corner buildings on this, but it's pretty much more the same. But what I like to do here at Town Hall 8, the difference is I do like to bring in clan castle balloons. Okay, so that is the one difference I like to do at Town Hall 8 is bring in those clan castle balloons, and then we'll also have a rage since the lightning spells allow us to get that air defense down with just 4. So we could use that rage to get through that clan castle, get through the middle of this base, and we're going to be really, really nice. All right, so use the dragons to funnel into the middle, and then you'll crush it right here, guys. You'll have no issues. You have a little bit more threats at Town Hall 8, but you also have a lot more weapons with the dragons, and even our king, like using spiky ball and stuff like that, because now we have hero equipment. You can even use your queen at Town Hall 8, but I just kept it old school. You can see we're going to get right on through here. We got plenty of dragons left. Teslas are going to go down, and then it's just going to be that archer tower, and that archer tower is not going to take down our whole pack of dragons here. So nice little easy threat. Oh, I guess we got 2 archer towers there, but again, we got plenty of dragons up. No major threat left on this base. This is what we're going to do. Town Hall 8, Town Hall 9, or Town Hall 7, Town Hall 8, excuse me. Dragons just reign supreme. They're just so good. You should always be considering using dragons. You can use like hogs and stuff, but why make it harder than it needs to be? All right, that's my main thing, is why make it harder than it needs to be. Get through there, get the easy Town Hall, or get the easy 3-star with our dragons. No threats left on the base. Another 3-star. At Town Hall 9, I actually like the witch slap a ton, but I'm going to be leaning on witches a lot later, so I'm going to go with my other favorite attack at Town Hall 9. Honestly, I might like this more at Town Hall 9. I gotta show love to my hogs. Go Hobo was my favorite my favorite attack. In the clan castle, we're bringing bowlers, so we got Go the golem, hogs, Ho the hogs, and Bo the bowlers. So we're gonna bring bowlers in the clan castle. On the heroes, I haven't really experimenting with equipment at the lower town halls, but I feel like we could have a little bit of fun with it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use 2 golems just to kind of work in here. We're gonna use some wizards just to kind of convert the funnel in, and then we're gonna go ahead and go with all of our wall breakers just to open this up. We're gonna use a few more wizards, and then we're gonna bring those bowlers right up through the middle, and we're gonna jump right into the middle of this base, and we should be really good in here. One thing you do have to be aware of is at Town Hall 9s, they do like to run Electro Dragons in the clan castle, which can be a big nuisance, but as long as you poison it, it should be good. We have Giant Arrow and the Queen, so I'm going to go ahead and launch that across. But once you start working in there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit the King with a Spiky Ball, which is crazy. And then we can start working in the Hogs to kind of accompany the heroes. So I'm going to bring in a big chunk of Hogs down here. We can also throw in some cleanup behind. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to heal here because there's probably Giant Bomb. Yep, called it. All right, Giant Bomb right in there. Then we'll just run our Hogs right on through here, and then bring in some more Hogs up top. As long as you time this well and you get a good push with your heroes, the Hogs should have enough power to get through the rest of this base. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll get that. And there we go, guys. Nice little Go Hobo action. Always go in Queen's side and try to get to the bomb tower, but you also have to get out the clan castle troops as well with this. So your main targets with the hero push with the 2 golems and the bowlers and the heroes is the enemy queen, the enemy clan castle, and if you can, the bomb tower, so the Hogs don't have to deal with it, but you can heal through the bomb tower because we have a couple of heal spells. Very simple attack, very effective attack. One of my all-time favorites, a classic strategy. Witches are going to work really good at Town Hall 9, but Go Hobo, it's just so good. The bowlers in there raged up, So strong. At Town Hall 10, I like to get a little bit more unconventional with my favorite attack here. We're going to use an Electron into Dragon. So we're going to use Electro Dragon in the Clan Castle inside of Battle Blimps, since we can now get Battle Blimps. And we're going to send that through the base. Ideally, you want to target the Queen, but really, we're just going to look to blow this base up as much as possible. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to send the Lava Hound in. I'm going to send the Battle Blimp in behind the Lava Hound. And the thing is, you want those clones down early so we can clone up and get through this base as much as possible. Be aware of those sweepers, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to chain right on through here. We can poison that. And look at this. These balloons are just going to go right in, do some work here, and just gut this base out. Meanwhile, the Electro Dragon will help take out the defending Electro Dragon, the defending Queen, all that stuff. And then look at this spread here, guys. It is amazing. Amazing value. And then we can use our Queen with Giant Arrow just to help out even more. And then we just work in here. Let's just go with a couple balloons there just to take that out. Set some pathing, set some funneling, and then the rest of the dragons are just going to go all in here. I do like to use the minion prince on this, since we do have the minion prince. Actually, I had him at lower town halls, but since we have him, I think he's going to be really good to accompany through here. And then if you can line up his ability and slow down some of those defenses, but you can see we took out so much of that base with the clone balloons with the Electro Dragon, that you're going to be good on this one. Doesn't really matter what they have in the Clan Castle. The Electro Dragon's usually going to blow them up because they're going to be distracted on the rest of the balloons. And then your dragons are just going to have a field day working right on through here. It's very unconventional. It's not always the easiest to pull off because it is so unconventional. But man, is this a really good attack, guys. Look how many dragons. We pretty much have our full army left here at the end, which is insane because the Electro Dragon did so much work in the beginning. At Town Hall 11, I love Zap Witches. I love a lot of witch strategies at Town Hall 11, but I'm going to show off my other favorite one at Town Hall 12 because it works at both. But at Town Hall 11, Zap Witches is incredible. We're going to use a log launcher, or you can use a wall wrecker. I like to bring some ice golems in there just to provide additional support. On the hero equipment, we're going to go Spiky Ball Giant Gauntlet, which is nice. If you don't have either of those, traditional equipment's going to work. Honestly, old school equipment on this attack is going to be fine. But what we're going to do is we're going to zap out, especially if there's multis, we're going to zap out the multis using 1 earthquake and then 4 of these lightning spells, also getting surrounding buildings. Getting wizard towers is amazing value from this base is incredible for it. And then from there, we're just going to pretty much set up. We're going to go with an ice golem in the corner with a couple witches. We're going to go an ice golem in the corner with a couple witches. Then we're going to go with our golems up the middle. And then we're going to go ahead and wall break and then just spam in all the witches, spam in our log launcher, put in all of our heroes, walk away, go get a drink, go to the bathroom, put archers in the corner, and you'll come back to a 3-star. It's pretty simple at this town hall level to get a 3-star with this. We do have a rage in the clan castle, but most likely not going to be needed. We can use our warden ability to protect our troops. We can poison these clan castle troops that come out. But again, if you set this one up nice, getting the 2 multis out early, even if all you get is the multis, you're going to be fine. We don't really need this rage, but we can use the rage like getting closer to the eagle and these air defenses and stuff. We're gonna have those ice golems popping out, providing additional support. It's just so much that the Town Hall 11 base can't take it over. Pop King ability, we probably don't need that. Queen ability, we can use the Giant Arrow. Just let your witches do all the heavy lifting for you here, guys. They'll be fine. Hero abilities are just gonna help out a little bit more. Again, walk away, get you a drink. You're gonna have a 3-star almost every time with this. It's so good. And it's just like one of those classic strategies that still works so nice. And especially as we get more and stronger equipment in Clash of Clans, this attack only gets better. You see those witches coming around the corner. We'll get to that last cannon, no problem. Nothing really left as a threat on this base. You get most of that splash out early, you're fine. You're good. Try to get that eagle out as early as possible, but you have so many skeletons on the board and everything, that's not a big deal. We'll go ahead and we'll hit your queen ability here. Swag that out. I got magic mirror on her just because why not? I wasn't planning on using queen ability. Clean up, easy 3-star here at Town Hall 11. At Town Hall 12, man, so many things work, but I have to have 5 ICG in here. I use this at Town Hall 11 and Town Hall 12. Basically, you're going to go in towards the eagle of the Town Hall and as much of the splash, especially if there's multis on the base, as possible. Hero equipment, pretty basic setup there. We're going to run 6 bat spells and then 4 freezes along with the rage, but this is pretty easy to set up. We're going to go with an ice golem, 2 witches in each corner here to kind of set up. And that's just for funneling. Honestly, most of the time, I kind of just spam it in and it's usually fine. From there, we're just going to full send with the ice golems, the witches, the bowlers, the log launcher, the heroes, everything in. Again, we're going right at trying to get as much of this splash out as possible so we can set up for the bats. Poison clan castle troops as they come out, and we're going to be really good right up through the middle of the base. Try to hold on to that warden ability if at all possible, but if your log launcher does get targeted, don't be afraid to use that eternal tome to go ahead and protect that log launcher so we can open up the base. Go ahead and rage up towards the town hall right there, and then we could also pop off our king ability, especially with that spiky ball, and work right on in there. Queen's going to go ahead and just keep working through. The main thing here is patience. As one thing we always do with this attack is we be patient. There's no need to rush things. If you have to use a freeze to support your troops, you can, but realistically you're going to be fine. Let your troops do the work they're supposed to. We can use Queen's ability right on there, and then we're really good. All we got to do is bring in the witches from, or the bats rather, from one of the sides to support the push. We're going to go from this top side to go ahead and support right through here. I should have brought that headhunter, and to be honest, we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep this X-bow frozen. Oops, just kidding, I missed it. But just try to be, don't use all of your freezes too early so that you have enough to get through like the back end wizard towers or whatever may be remaining. If there's multis on the base, make it a high priority to get those multis out, or make sure you freeze them more than needed. But from there, it's just going to be cleanup. And a lot of times on this attack, I'm leaning heavily into the bat cleanup because my main push, I'm really just getting that through the middle of the base and then relying on those bats. And again, we're going to target the infernos depending on what the infernos are, where they are. That can depend on your entry, but also you want to go in towards the eagle artillery. You got to deal with the clan castle, the eagle artillery, and as much splash as possible. One of my all-time favorite attacks. Speaking of all-time favorite attacks, Queen Charge Hybrid. So good at Town Hall 13. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't use this as much these days. I actually use the attack we'll show at Town Hall 14, but Queen Charge Hybrid has to be one of the all-time best at Town Hall 13. With your Queen Charge, you have to deal with the enemy clan castle, but you don't necessarily have to get the Town Hall, although we're gonna go through the Town Hall in this one, because you can run your hybrid through the Town Hall. We're going to start off with the Queen Charge, as the name implies, Queen Charge Hybrid. We're going to use 5 healers. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put in a balloon to soak up any additional damage. And then the main thing here is we got to push her into the middle of this base. Sometimes it's easier said than done, which this one might be actually a little bit tricky. I'm trying to target this little corner wall section here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this in. Okay, we are not getting the targeting that we need here, dang it. All right, let's just let things work. We do have plenty of heal or rage support to heal up the queen. All right, maybe we can just get her to walk in. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so here. All right, let's go ahead and let's rage this, and then we'll bring in this wall breaker now that she's targeting and taking up a lot of that damage. We want to push her into this town hall one way or another, which we should get her in. And one thing we could actually do is we could use the support of our heroes and stuff to get that. I'm gonna go ahead and rage her up through the town hall, but also freeze that town hall since it's on our healers. We got the poison on the clan castle. I'm gonna go ahead and freeze again on that town hall, just trying to protect those healers as much as possible. We lose the healers, not the end of the world here, because we do have a big push through the middle, but we definitely want to try to keep those healers up as long as possible. Queen's gonna work through there. I'm gonna put in one more rage. I like a traditional approach here. You can go with a what am I trying to say? The flame flinger if you want, but I like a really traditional siege barracks to just kind of set things up with the king. Then with that, you're going to send everything else through the middle here. I actually like that our queen is going to the outside. It's going to protect her just a little bit there. Enemy queen is a little bit of a problem. I'm going to go ahead and we'll hit our warden ability to protect all of our troops, especially going into this heavy traffic area. Should have had a headhunter in there protected as well, but that's okay. And then we'll just go ahead and we'll heal right up here towards that top. And then we got one more heal. Plus we have royal champion ability. We already used our king. Our king kind of got ate up early there. All right, let's just keep an eye on things. Let's go ahead and let's freeze up here. All right, nice, looking good. We still got our queen working, even though she lost her healers. She kind of got out of damage there, got out of way. Royal champion took a little bit of big damage there, but now she's using her seeking shield with our rocket spear. You can use seeking shield is what I meant to say there. We'll go ahead and we'll pop off queen ability to get that magic mirror and protect her. Apparently we have a low battery. Every time I'm recording, I forget to plug my iPad in. It never fails. Never fails. That's okay, though. Not a big deal. But you really, what you're trying to do is you're trying to create an alleyway with the queen charge. So we took out this section of the base, we used the king over here, and then we had the alleyway that we could heal all of our troops right up the middle with. So try to think of like a little alleyway for the hogs and miners to work up. You're going to get that value out of the heal spells. That's what we're trying to do there. You don't always have to get the town hall out. You can run your hybrid through the town hall and use that warden ability to protect them. At Town Hall 14, you should have known this is coming. The Yeti Super Wiz Bat strategy. I love using this at 13, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've even used it at 16. I could use this at all these Town Hall levels, but I'm trying to give you guys a little variety here. But really, 13, 14, 15, this is my go-to army right now. It is so good. In the clan castle, we're going to use a couple more Yetis. Hero equipment, we're going to go with this kind of stuff right here. Eternal Tome, Healing Tome on the Warden. We're going to go with 2 Yetis. Opposite side of Town Hall, we want to go into the Eagle, trying to get Splash out. So we're going to go 2 Yetis, 2 Super Wizards in either corner to establish the funnel there. So we're going to do that. And since these scatter shots are kind of offset, I'm going to go to like one side or the other, a little bit favored. Not like real big, but we're going to kind of favor this one side here when we make our approach with our log launcher. Get that log launcher in early, use your heroes, and then if you do have a wall breaker, you can use that to kind of open up access. But from there, we're just going to let everything push into the middle, use that warden ability smart, and so get everything working through here. We have an air warden. Use your warden ability smartly to protect your air warden. We forgot to switch that. That's okay. No big deal. We'll go ahead and we'll poison these clan castle troops out of here, which is Ice Golem, a couple of headhunters there. No big deal. And then what you want to do is you want to try to rage in the middle. We're going to get as much value as possible. Let's go ahead and let's pop the king ability. That was an amazing ability. You can actually rage up here and get towards this other scatter shot, which would be great to take down. And if you don't get the town hall down with this, it's not the end of the world, because the royal champion can actually take down the town hall. Yeah, so it's not a big deal that our army went from one side or the other. Honestly, we could have probably went in like more of a corner. I don't like corner approaches, so I try not to do that, but we could have. I'm gonna go ahead and put this baby dragon here, and then we're gonna bring in the royal champion here with all 6 of the bat spells. Be aware of any remaining splash on the base, and we'll freeze that wizard tower, and we can just kind of work right on through here. I'm gonna go ahead and freeze the town hall as we're making our way in. That's gonna go down. All right, nice. We'll freeze town hall again, but now the bats are gonna provide the support for the royal champion to finish this town hall off. You see how we do that? Also, we still have queen in there working. We can go ahead and we can freeze this king. We haven't even used royal champion ability. There go all of our bats. They're gone. Let's go ahead and let's hit royal champion seeking shield through here, or rocket spear rather. I keep saying seeking shield. Rocket spear for this royal champion to work on through there. Clean up in. There we go. Nice and easy. It's such an easy attack to use. It's so good. Even when things go sideways like this attack, it's still so good. We caught the tornado with our bats, which is rough. That is one thing. If you are relying on those bats heavily and you catch a tornado, you can definitely ruin the attack. But again, this is my favorite attack here at 13, 14, 15, 16. I love it. All right, Town Hall 15. This is an attack I haven't used in a while. Not gonna lie. Super barbarians, and I'm gonna mix up my army a little bit, throwing in a furnace here. Even though it's a level 1 furnace here on my Town Hall 15, it's good. But the main thing here is we're gonna use a super archer blimp. Only super archers in here. Since we have 50 space, we can bring 4 of them with a couple clones, a bunch of invis, and then a rage. And then we're gonna use them to gut out as much of the base as possible here. All right, you see that? So let's go ahead and let's work in here. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna send in the battle blimp. We're gonna use the warden ability early here, along with some balloons to just get some additional value behind. You got to be aware of the sweeper location. That's always a thing. But we're going to drop this battle blimp right in here. We're going to rage, we're going to clone, and then we're going to just let these super archers do their job. We're going to try to count to 4, and then we're going to drop in the next invis and just let them gut out the middle of this base. And we did catch a giant bomb, so we got to be careful not to let them take too much more damage here. We get the town hall out, we get the clan castle pulled. Nice value. And then from there, you're just going to let your heroes do a lot of the heavy lifting. All right, so I'm just looking around, just seeing what we have. Honestly, we could probably go royal champion down here on the bottom side. I'm going to go ahead and bring this furnace in right here, which will actually pull these clan castle troops over, which we can deal with these clan castle troops with an electro titan. I'm going to cut off the funnel right here, but also I'm going to set that up so I can bring in the royal champion from that side. Since we got the ice golem going here, I'm going to go ahead and bring in our heroes from this top side. The Electro Titan's going to work on the top right through there. I'm going to go ahead and bring this in, and we'll bring in a wall breaker right through there. Oh, just kidding. Okay, yeah, we get that. I'm going to cut this funnel in so that the heroes are going to go into the middle of this base right here. All right, perfect. I think actually Royal Champion, we might just save on to her to bring her in a little bit later. Monolith's being tanked there. Perfect. Nice. Good. And then just keep pushing your heroes. Excuse me. Oh, frog in my throat. Keep pushing your heroes further and further into the base, using those super barbarians to support. Okay, so that's what we're looking to do here. It's looking really good, looking really strong. We have another wall breaker, which we don't really need. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go now bring in some super barbarians down here, bring in the royal champion as our heroes are starting to make their way in here. Okay, good. We do have a couple of headhunters here. All right, nice. Royal champion's doing a great job. King and queen are doing a great job. Everyone's working through here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop royal champion ability since she's taking a little bit of damage. And then as we're working over to this king, we'll send in the headhunters. All right, nice. Headhunters should help out the queen. We do have our royal champion still working. Yeah, this is looking good, guys. This is looking really good. Use king to go ahead and open up that next compartment to get access to those heroes. We can go ahead and we can clean up on the outside here. We could wall breaker. Yeah, we're good, guys. We're good. We can go ahead and throw in giant arrow there. Perfect. We still have our Electro Titan up. This is an old school Town Hall 15 attack. I haven't done it in a while, but it shows how good it still is. I haven't done that in, I don't know, maybe 2 years, and we still 3-star with the Super Barbarians. At Town Hall 16, we have a lot of different options here. I really enjoy the Royal Champion charge into Root Riders. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to just try to take out a little section of the base. So I'm going to use the Royal Champion to take out this section. If we can get to the Eagle, great. Here's the hero equipment real quick. I do like the troop launcher. You can also use a siege barracks on this. With the troop launcher, you just want like a little bit of a big mix of troops in there. Ice golems are really nice. But let's get going here because we can't be late. We're going to drop our invises on every 7 seconds. That way we can keep her and the Spirit Fox kind of working together. I'm going to use this invis to kind of push her into the middle of the base a little bit more here. All right, we missed that 7 second, but we're fine there. She didn't take too much damage, and there is a passive healing effect on the electro boots, but try to time it so about when that 7th second is about to expire, you're having that invisibility spell in there. Okay, hopefully that makes sense, but that's the key to this one, is just keeping her invisible and keeping the timing right. So 7 seconds, we're in there. So 37, 47, 27, we're just dropping them all in there every 7 seconds, and then on the 1, the Spirit Fox should get through there. It is only 4 seconds, but if you time it right, it like awkwardly works out that you can just get so much value out of this. We're going to let her continue to walk through here. We'll go ahead and make that invisible, and then we got a nice little pathing set up through here. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring in all the roots. We're going to bring in our balloons. We're going to bring in this. We're going to pretty much full sim through the middle of this base. I'm going to go ahead and test in the corner here, put this in the corner, and then we'll go ahead and we'll drop in a rage. We'll go with this. I'm gonna actually, no, we're fine on that. I'm gonna go ahead and hit Warden ability just to protect these balloons throughout the middle, and then we can poison these clan castle troops up the middle here. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and let's freeze the mono. I was trying to get the town hall also, but really from there we should be good. I probably was a little bit early on the what am I trying to say, the rage. Probably a little bit early on that rage, if I'm being completely honest with you. That's okay, that's all right, things happen. All right, so we're just gonna let everything work through the middle here. We're getting to the king. We're getting all of our roots in the middle. The big thing is trying to keep those healers on all those troops. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pop off our king ability just to get that town hall down and weakened a little bit more. And then what we could do on the back end, we could have saved a little bit of the royal champions and vises, but we were getting so much value that I decided not to. But we can bring that royal champion back. Actually, she's in such a bad spot to bring her back. We could bring that royal champion back to get a little bit more value with the revive, but man, she's in a really bad spot for it. So I'm trying to hold off on that, but I think we should be fine. Ideally, we could save like 2 of the invises. I think that's the big mistake there. I haven't used this a ton at 16, and I was just so excited for how much value we're getting. Now that we're getting the tanking onto that ricochet cannon, I'm going to go ahead and bring her back, and we're good through there. We should have time on the cleanup. I forgot to hit Queen Giant Arrow, so we'll do that. A lot of times you can go early with the Giant Arrow, but we're good. This is a sloppy attack, and we still get through here. I could have definitely done things a lot cleaner, but it just shows you how powerful this attack is. You can get through, you can 3-star, you'll be fine on it. Nice little attack. Let's go to Town Hall 17 to finish. At Town Hall 17 here, I like the dragons with the spirit charge. I also like the root riders. You could use the root riders here at 17 also, but we're going to work in here. We're going to try to get some massive value with this attack, with this royal champion charge. We're going to try to get this fire spitter and the merge multi defense down. Now, one thing to note is you can use haste valve with this. I like the rocket spear when we're going to bring her back, but remember, we're going to get her in because we're going to invis on those 7s. Again, the 7s are the key here to success, so make sure you have that invis in on the 7. She takes a little bit of damage there, but not a big deal. We're going to go ahead, once that 7 comes, we're going to go ahead and put her in there. We're just going to continue to let her work. You can even invis that cannon, not a big deal, because that passive damage will just deal a little bit of additional damage to the cannon. Oh, we're a little bit late there. That was on me. That was my fault. And then we want her going right here. So I'm going to actually invis up top here so she goes over where I want her. All right, perfect. I don't want that poison launching, so I'm going to go ahead. We're going to keep that. And then she's going to get the defense I want down. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let her get taken out. And then we're good from there. Now what we want to do is we want to set up the queen. And we want to try to get that sweeper out there. So we're not fighting. Actually, that sweeper we're going in. We probably want this sweeper out. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put the queen in right about here. So she should be able to target and get that sweeper. I'll probably miss it. Oh no, we actually hit it. I'm usually pretty good about missing the sweeper. We can use one of our balloons in there, but since we created the pathing down here, we're going to kind of go opposite of what we just did there. I'm going to go in early here, go in early here. We're going to send in the early warden ability. The dragons are taking a lot of damage early, which is fine. That's all good. We'll go ahead and we'll send in our battle blimp, and then we'll rage right at the town hall. And then we're just going to kind of accompany the dragons. We're going to revive our royal champion. Rage up the Yetis out of the clan castle. We'll take down that town hall. Should not have too much issue with that. You go ahead and put in the skeleton spell to tank some of these defenses here as we're working to the back. All right, looking good so far. We do have minion prince ability. We do have a poison, but the queen, she's dealing with those clan castle troops. It was a dragon, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Or it was ice golems rather. But what we can do is we can elect to poison the defending royal champion there. I think what we need to do is we need minion prince to kind of change his angle of approach here. One thing you can also do is you can make your queen invisible. All right, he changes his angle, so we're going to freeze all that stuff up. All right, queen's good there. I'm going to go poison her, then we're going to revive our royal champion here and let her throw those rocket spears. Now, she'll take out the defending royal champion. Keep an eye on wherever we might need some cleanup in. We can go a little bit of cleanup over here. That's all good. And then those rocket spears will come in. We have one more invis to finish this base off. It's a little bit tight. It's a little bit close, but I think we should be able to get through here. We'll use that invis on the royal champion here just to protect. Time is okay here. It's a little bit tight, but we'll get our cleanup troops in. Royal champion's working. We got minion prince working. All right, minion prince goes to Phoenix. Okay, we still got a little bit of dragon. We still got a queen. Do we have it, guys? I don't know. Time's close. Let's see if we can get through here. Oh boy, don't time fail me. Don't time fail me in front of everyone. All right. Oh, we got Sneezy going. Sneezy's OP. Sneezy's OP. Sneezy's gonna clutch. Oh, come on. Don't time fail. Don't time fail. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Never a doubt in my mind. That is one thing you have to keep in mind is sometimes when you go for that huge value, you can cost yourself time. So keep that in mind when you're doing that royal champion charge. But that's my favorite attack at every town hall level in Clash of Clans. If this did help you, consider leaving a like, subscribing, using code BASH. Appreciate all you guys. I'll see you on the next one.